from Malone Stadium in Monroe, Louisiana. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs and the UL Monroe Warhawks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
The UL Monroe head coach told me before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Warhawks ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Louisiana Tech's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Pulls and fires complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Miller with the ball. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard.
Right down the gut of the field. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He'll try it again. Makes a man miss. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To the air, it's Baker. It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Louisiana Monroe's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And this This sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He's gritty, great attention to detail, solid hands. He'll have to be accounted for in this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
Now on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Dropping back, it's Baker. Got it. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. The RPO, it's complete. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop in a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Going to try to get it himself. Breaks into the open. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave up all that space open. Nice job taking off, running early in the football game, setting the tone, showing the defense that you're willing to run.
That last connection left them a little short of the first down, but in perfect spot to attack on 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Miller. And he should have enough for a Louisiana Tech first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Trying to run, it's Miller. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Brooks. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You got to be impressed with this offense and how they've been able to run the football and move it down the field, just being more physical in the trenches and getting some push. And leading by 3 right now down here in the red zone on 3rd down. I'm not so sure they won't run it again or give it to their running back in space and see if he can make something good happen.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And the offense gets 7 on that drive. And I tell you what, man, like, they got 3. They got some good momentum going. Continued the momentum, creating some big plays. Palmer, this offense feels like right now, early in this football game, that they're in control, that they know what they want to do, and the defense is reeling a little bit.
Yeah, the defense needs a stop bad the next time they come out. They've got to go back. They've got to get on the iPads. They got to take a look at what this offense is doing to attack them, because they do look like they're on their heels right now. Obviously giving up a field goal early, but now a touchdown. The next time they take the field, they absolutely need a stop.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Rides the back and leaves it. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Oh, maybe some room here. Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Warhawks. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Louisiana Tech starts this drive as the offense goes on the attack. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Caught, and a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Baker. Throws to the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wants to return it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal 10-7. They send the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Turning it on! That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Warhawks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Right back to the well. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Warhawks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running to the left. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the option. Quarterback keep. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gives it on the option. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Between the uprights, it's good. And the field goal ties it up here in the second quarter. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Snags it quickly on the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Snagged it, and there's running room.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Pulls it and fires to the left. Hard-hitting tackle.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Quick handoff. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. An explosive play in the running game moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. The Warhawks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The keeper on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Third and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Making side adjustments here. Gets the back moving. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, UL Monroe! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the season because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brooks. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got his man. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive, try to make this 4th down conversion, and try to go down the field and get some points on the board.
The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to... Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Warhawks!
guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The sure hands, it's Wilkerson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Looking downfield, it's Baker. Fires to the middle. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Sends it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal.
There he goes. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked for the Wildcat.
I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First 2 plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We have got to come out here, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll test the right side, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Quick completion on the out. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Motion from the wide receiver. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, UL Monroe! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The run inside. It's Brooks. Knocked down in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th down, and they don't have to run another play here if they don't want to. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 points.
Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And, man, you see that sometimes with these quarterbacks, man. They are such good athletes, and they want to run them. But you know what they don't do in practice? They don't get hit very often. They wear a different color jersey, so sometimes you'll see them. Ball security, nice tackle down the field, getting the football out, making a play for this defense.
And he's finally ushered out of bounds, but not before. He makes a good gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brooks. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look in on Purdue, taking on the number 5 team, the Washington Huskies. And it's the Boilermakers with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
I caught up with the UL Monroe head coach at the half. He wanted to remind his team that they have been in moments like this before. They lost last time these 2 teams played, and they want to build on that experience and make a different outcome this time around. He told them, we have got to be focused and meet the moment, have even more energy, because this rivalry game is what energy is all about. Reese?
Okay, Holly. Direct snap. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You've really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Warhawks! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, he just makes it look so fun to play quarterback. Like, he's playing his own little game. He just scrambles around, takes off. Nobody can catch him all the way to the house for 6.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Wants to throw. It's Baker. That's reeled in. It's Finley. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
And the Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to run for it. Could be an alley. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Dropping back, it's Baker. Got his man on the right. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
They feed him again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28. A pretty good job by the coverage unit. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Guys, down on the UL Monroe sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Swings it out to his running back. Still on his feet at the 40. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Gives it on the option. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Going to the ground. Creates a little room. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Final stance of the game, and we'll start with the first down. This time he wants to throw. Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, ULM Year. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
And when you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey, guys, here on the Louisiana Tech sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Right on the money. Good call, good execution as they move. And they have a first down at the 38.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to. I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal.
Gets away from one, finds room. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Headed to the end zone. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the fourth quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game is going to get difficult now, even more down the stretch.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. This time he wants to throw. Setting up the screen. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now on the option. Pulls it on the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense picks it up. Inside the 50. At the 30. Inside the... Scoop and scored. Touchdown Bulldogs.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And the Warhawks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The option look, and he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. So they'll use a timeout here, 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely.
There's some room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Warhawks. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Louisiana Tech starts this drive as the offense goes on the attack. Back to throw, it's Baker. Fires to the big fella.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Has enough for the first down as he steps out of bounds, and we're at the 2-minute timeout. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Finley. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage off?
Gonna let it fly. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Running inside. It's Booth. Gain of 9 on that one. Third down and short. He needs a yard. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw on third. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate.
Well, I know when the defense goes back and watches this film, it's not going to be perfect, but that was the stop they needed, right, David? You've got two great offenses going back and forth. You just got to be able to break serve once, and the defense did it here at the very end. No matter how you do it, I know the stats weren't great, but the most important statistic, they get the win.
Get the win. Obviously, that you worry about cleaning everything up, but you also want timely defense, right? Like, when you need it, can you come through? I know a lot of people were holding their breath in the sideline, wondering if they would come through, but they did. They got the stop in a big moment. Their offense scored a bunch of points, and they walk away with the victory.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. The give on the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Touchdown, UL Monroe! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for them.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.